Teachers, yes, you guys have been working so hard on your procedural writing. So we've made sure that we tell, in our stories, we tell how to do, make, or be something. That's like your topic. You tell the materials that you will need. You'll list those in your story. I'm sure you did that already because that was on your rubric. You explained the steps you must follow. So you got to make sure you have all those steps in your story to help your reader make, do, or be that thing, your topic. And sequence is important. Make sure all your steps are in the right order. If you need to put page numbers on your pages, that's also helpful to make sure you get them put, like if you take your paper or your story apart or pull a page out, make sure it gets back in the right spot. I like to put page numbers on there. And then provides closure. This is what we're going to work on today. Some of you might have done this already. But I want to talk about that with you today. So let's go back and look at my popcorn story. So I said on the first page, I used my time word. You need to get salt, oil, butter, popcorn kernels, and a big pot. So yep, those are my materials. Next, put the pot on the stove and turn it on medium. Then add a tablespoon of oil and a quarter cup of popcorn kernels. I labeled those. I could probably label those and put kernels and oil on there too, couldn't I? After that, listen for the pops. So wait until the pops are a few seconds apart. Then take the pot off the stove. Last, pour the popcorn in a bowl and add melted butter and salt. How could we end the story? Should I say, last, pour the popcorn in a bowl and add melted butter? The end? No, that's like slamming on the brakes in a car. That's not exciting. So let's go back and look at how to read a story. Hopefully you listened to this already. If you didn't, stop the video, go back, and listen to that story. So this is at the end. I really like this ending because they slowly bring you into it, and it's a really good feel-good ending, if that makes sense. So the author said, and then if it was a really good story, go right back to the beginning and start all over again. I love rereading books, and I know you guys think it's silly sometimes, but I love rereading my favorite books. I've read some chapter books that I read, or even the Elephant and Piggy books are my favorite, or the Lorax, or Green Eggs and Ham. Those are just really good books, and they make you feel good too. So it's a really good story. Start back over again. So what's a good way to end your story? All right, so let's pretend I'm going to think on mine. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to think. And you will probably have to add an extra page to your story. You should have extra pages in your packet. So let's pretend we just wrote a how-to story on how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I got my sandwich. I got the peanut butter and the jelly. I got the other piece of bread back here. All right, so there's my bread. And got some jelly and some peanut butter all sticking out here. Make me hungry. So let's pretend we just wrote a story about that. So a good ending might be, once we put the bread together, or we got the bread and the peanut butter and the jelly, we put peanut butter on one side, jelly on the other, and smoosh it together. And maybe you cut it. Sometimes maybe you cut it this way, cut it down the middle. I like to cut it down the middle. Some people, I think my brothers, oops, goodness, it's goopy. I like to cut it this way, corner to corner. It's what works for you. So maybe at the end of your story, so you could say, now you can eat your sandwich. Oopsies. You can eat. Oopsies. Now you can eat your sandwich. I'm gonna fix this. So maybe that was my last step. Now you can eat your sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly. Sandwiches. Peanut butter sandwiches are what? reread. Now you can eat your sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Goodness, that's why we reread. Right? That's hard to say. We reread. Now you can eat your sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are a great snack if you're hungry. There you go. Well, that's a good way to wrap it up. You could say, if you were writing a story on, let's see, how to ride your bike. Now you can ride your bike anywhere you would like to, with your parents' permission, of course. Or maybe you're writing a story on how to plant flowers. You could say, now you get to enjoy your flowers all spring and summer. Or if you're writing how to make a Lego person, now you can go make more Lego people to make a family or a city. Or if you're writing about how to make a skateboard, now go teach someone how to make a skateboard. So think about what a good ending would be. You might have to try a couple different ones, and that's okay. That's why we have erasers. So try a couple different ones. If you want to, you can write them in your notebooks. If you picked up your bags, you can practice them in your notebooks to see what a good fit is before you write on this paper. Unless you have a lot of this paper floating around, that's okay too. So you're going to write your closure, wrap it up, make sure it's a good one. Don't just say the end. We say that's a silly one, isn't it? I would not end my story with just the end. I got to think about that one. So I will send you a picture of my closure if you send me a picture of yours. Make sure you wrap it up and then go through. Make sure your story makes sense. You've got all your step words, your time words. You included all the details you need to, like this page. Maybe I'll include another step on here, or another part of the step. I might add some labels on here. So go back through, double check it. Later this week, we're going to rewrite this. This was our idea copy, and now we're going to make it our final pretty copy this week, okay? All right. Send me a picture of your closure. It's probably going to be your last page, or you added another page on there too. Don't just say the end. All right? Let me know if you have questions. I will talk to you later. See ya.